Hey everyone, welcome to Engineer Your Body. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to track your food, which is probably one of the more important videos I'm going to make because I think it's the hardest thing for people to do is to track their food and execute that properly, and then use that to engineer their body weight to what they want it to be. So I'm actually going to go through the app that I use, which is called Lose It. And I'm going to sit here at my computer and you'll be able to see everything that I'm doing, and I'm going to show you how to set up your profile and just start logging food, and then how to do that to also track macros, and how you use that to control your body weight and engineer the body type that you want to have. So let's get into it. First, the app I use is called Lose It. If you go to the App Store, you should see this orange scale. I already have it, so I'm just going to click on Open. This is what you should see when you first join as well. Click on this little symbol here, like a profile picture. It'll say to set up an account. You can do a free version or you can pay. So you set up an account, you can create a free account, and they'll just ask for an email and a password, and that's it. I already have an account, so I'm gonna log into that. So I'm logged in. Now when I go to the profile, you'll see my profile. And so you want to start here. Now it says I'm a 5'7", 47-year-old female, which is insulting because I'm not 5'7". So let's change that. So we're going to go to Edit Profile. And here you're going to put in your info. So put if you're a male or female. That will change the calculation for what your BMR is, which Lose It will do. And if you don't know what BMR is, watch one of my other videos. I'm going to put in the example that I had in my video where I introduced my formulas. So we're going to do a 5'10" male, like a 35-year-old. Now the age will also adjust your BMR because that's in the formula. Click on weight loss plan. Okay, here's the other thing. You got to put in your current weight. So it defaults, I guess, to 170. So I'm going to put in 190 pounds. That was the example I gave earlier. Now, if you're not using an activity tracker, this bar here is what you can use. You can adjust your daily calorie burn in an average, for each day. So if you're exercising a little bit more that day, you might undereat, or if you didn't exercise that at all that day, you're going to overeat. The app's not going to know whether you hit this goal of exercise or not. And you can see as you adjust the bar, it tells you right here. So if you did no activity level, this is basically barely eating over your BMR. So it's assuming you're going to get out of bed. And if you're highly active, 2,800. For this exercise, let's just use somewhat active. You're going to pick what your goal is, basically. Are you trying to lose weight? You're trying to maintain? Here's the calories per day that I would eat. For maintenance, you're eating the same calories as you told the app you were going to burn. And if you want to lose a pound a week, just like I said before, 3,500 calories is a pound. And there you go. 2117 is 500 less than 2617. So it just knows that each day it's going to give you 500 less calories to eat. And it lets you go as high as 2 pounds per week, which means this is basically what your BMR is, 16, 17. And that's what I would recommend for the fastest weight loss if you don't care about losing muscle. But if you just care about body weight and you want to lose it as fast as possible, put it at 2 pounds per week. And this is the budget it's going to give you. Let's do something in between. Let's just do a pound a week, and that's going to give me 2,100 calories a day. So here, you just add your breakfast. Your very first time, you don't have any meal saves, food saves, whatever. So you just want to do a search. And so you can search for, let's say you had eggs. Now, what I also do is I toggle this verified only on. If it's green, that means it's verified. Meaning it's like from the company or from the restaurant. It's like the FDA label for it. If you don't do that, you'll see like this one's not verified. That means another user on Lose It had inputted this manually. But if I click on this, I don't know how accurate this is. Now this one looks pretty accurate because everything's been filled in. Oh, here we go. So look, somebody tracked 2 large eggs and they only put 210 calories. There's no fat, no protein. So when you're trying to count your protein for the day, you put in, oh, I found 2 large eggs. And if you don't click on it and realize what it is, you may select this. And then at the end of the day, you're going to have no protein. Make sure you look at what's on there. And I like to do the verified only option. So go back up top. I'll toggle this on right here. So now it's only giving me things that are verified. Now you pick eggs. And this is about right, for an average egg, okay? So what's nice is down here you can pick it by how many you had, or it also converts it to ounces or grams if you're like weighing things. So let's say you had 2 eggs. Maybe you had toast with that. You can just type in toast. You can start typing in almost anything, even just type in a brand name. So I could just type in White Castle. So if you had a cheeseburger from White Castle, I didn't have to type in the name of the food. I just typed in the restaurant or the brand. It's a pretty powerful search engine, actually. Let's just go back to toast. Here's toast. Let's just say you had a slice of toast, butter. And this is where measuring will come in handy. So when you put butter on something, maybe actually take a tablespoon of it. So there you go. There's your breakfast. Now, let's say for lunch you had like turkey TV dinner. There's a scan app right here. You hit the scan button. And now I can just go to the barcode. Scan the barcode and boom. Now I can say, okay, there's my lunch. Now at any time you can click on this and it'll show you, everything. And you can change it later. You can say, oh, I ate another one later that day. You can just change this to 2. You don't have to go and like scan it again. So let's say this didn't have a barcode. I'm going to try and scan this again. So you still hit the barcode button. You just put your camera over the nutritional facts and look, it's scanning it and it's figuring it out. So it's pretty close, but what I can do is I can create food, and now you can create your own food from here. Call it, my turkey TV dinner. Now again, if it has a barcode, just scan the barcode. And now I can just click on the calories and update to what it actually was. It was off for some reason on calories, but everything else was pretty spot on. So now when I go to done, see the top one was the one from the barcode, the bottom one was the one I just got from the picture. And now I'm gonna add dinner. If you go to my foods, if you're gonna reuse butter or eggs, whatever, you can just click on my foods and it's there. So after a couple months, you're probably eating similar things. You just go to my foods and you're gonna be able to find your foods really quick. It takes some more effort up front, but once you have it in the database, it's pretty easy. So now let's just do a hamburger. Okay, that's common and that's gonna have a ton of variety. So it's easy to go to like Burger King, right? Here's a Whopper at Burger King. Boom. It's 6:30. Some protein. You can just say, okay, if that's what you ate. And then here's a very custom one. So this looks like someone who's very diligent. Title's good. Everything's filled out. So this is something from In-N-Out. So sometimes you may just need to find something that's similar to what you had. So let's just add this. All right, that's what I ate. So I had 2 eggs and toast and butter. I had 2 turkey dinners for lunch. I had a Whopper and I had something from In-N-Out. That's a pretty decent amount of food. And I'm at 1,800 calories. So I'm not even at my budget. I still have 234 calories to go for the day. Now, it also gives you a breakdown of percentage of your macro. Now, it doesn't tell you how many grams. It will if you upgrade to a premium one, which I do have. You'd have to kind of manually do this, which you can do. Through one of my other videos that 1 gram of protein is 4 calories. So you can figure out you're at 25% protein. So 25% of 1,800 is 450. So that means 450 of your calories were protein. And you divide that by 4, it's 112 grams. So you can use the percentage to determine how many grams of protein you had that day. I recommend to upgrade and it'll just tell you your protein. So now you're at 1,800. So you could still eat something. Now, if you're trying to lose the most amount of weight and you're at least 8 at your BMR, you don't have to eat anything more, all right? If you're starving, then, okay, look for some food that's 200 calories and some protein. Some good ones are like the Yasso frozen yogurt. It gives you a decent amount of protein and 100 calories. So you could eat 2 of these. So that's pretty filling. And so you've gotten a snack. You're still under your budget and you're able to eat 12 more grams of protein at least. So that's an example for how to track. Okay, so now you know how to track. Let's talk about how you're going to use this. So let's say you had it as somewhat active and it said to eat 2,000 calories a day to lose a pound a week. And again, you got to weigh yourself at the same time every morning, like first thing when you wake up, after the bathroom, before you eat anything or drink anything, you weigh yourself. Don't worry about the day-to-day weights. So let's say you did it for 1 week. You ate 2,059 calories a day and you had the same exact body weight. Well, if you want to lose a pound a week, that's 3,500 calories a week, which comes out to be 500 calories a day. So all you have to do is go to adjust budget, manual adjustment, subtract 500. Now, instead of the 2059 calories, you're going to be eating 1559. There's your new calorie target. Now, you do this for a week, assuming nothing else changed, you should lose a pound that week. So you do another week, and if you lost about a pound, you're good. You can just keep going like that. Now you can change your current weight to, 179, and you keep going. And then at some point, you just measure yourself again. It could be another week later. It could be 2 weeks later. And you can just manually adjust this, or you can play with this, or a combination. That's the power of tracking, is you can just tweak, use the math, the 3,500 calories as 1 pound, and you can perfectly dial in what you want to, weigh, and like at what date you want to weigh that amount. The other thing is that you're not going to know necessarily if your activity or your food is wrong. So it'll take a long time to kind of calibrate this over the long term. So maybe for those first couple weeks, it was just that your activity was very erratic. And now you start eating like pre-prep meals that you weigh and are very consistent. And now you lost a lot of weight. So you might have to undo your adjustment and say, now that I'm better at accounting for my food, I'm not way off on this tracking. So my recommendation, if you're worried about getting started losing weight, is just to track your food. I don't care if you're trying to target anything or not. Just set this up. Just try and track your food. I would weigh yourself the first day you do it. Start tracking your food. You don't have to change anything you're eating. You don't have to change your exercise. Track it all. A week later, see how much you weigh and see how many calories you ate over the maintenance or under the maintenance. And then you can see like, okay, I gained a pound, but it says that I was under eating the whole week. So obviously I'm not tracking properly. If you gain weight, your calories eaten should be over your budget. So you could just, even while you're not losing weight, you could be learning how to track your food. And then when you want to lose weight, now you know how many calories you were eating when you were gaining or maintaining weight. Now you can adjust that and eat less calories. And you could eat the same food and just eat less volume of that same food. So that's how I would suggest getting started. And that way, when you're ready to adjust your food, you're not going to have to start the week you want to lose weight. You've already got a log of food. You've already got practice. You already know how many calories you need to eat each day to maintain your weight. And that's my spiel on tracking food. So as I mentioned before, tracking is more important than the exercise. And if you don't care about muscle, you can just use this to maintain your body weight that you want. Counting protein is important, even if you're not working out. I would still recommend having a high protein diet. It also is very satiating, so it's very filling. If you eat more protein, you're not gonna wanna eat more throughout the day. But if you're just trying to lose weight fast, track your food, follow the budget, and it works 100% of the time. If it's not working, you're just not tracking it properly, something's wrong, and you have to just do that manual adjustment. If you track your food and you follow the budget you set, you'll be able to engineer your body. I'll talk to you guys next time.